1920s, released from the tension of long years of war, the world was bent on pleasure, seeking to escape from the grim realities of the tremendous struggle which had so recently terminated. One of the master showmen of those days and one of the most beloved figures in the motion picture industry was the late Marcus Lowe. With his keen foresight and judgment, he was able to choose the personality that would suit the time. His choice was Rudolph Valentino. From the humble ranks of movie extras, Valentino was picked for a role in that great film, The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Hollywood openings are exciting and important events in the lives of screen actors. Their reputations are made or broken. New stars are recognized or passed by. And this night, in 1921, a new star was recognized and presented to the world of motion pictures and entertainment, Rudolph Valentino. The next day, the presses all over the country proclaimed not only a great film, but the birth of a personality whose future seemed to be assured. Valentino was wined and dined, sought after by sculptors, written about by journalists, and painted by artists. His first successful and most outstanding role was commemorated in a painting as the Gaucho of the Plains. Even among his co-workers was Valentino beloved, and some of his close friends were Al Jolson, Douglas Fairbanks, and the famous old-time Western star, William S. Hart. From his success in the United States, he went to Europe, where his fame had already preceded him. Wherever he went, there were crowds straining to look at the star. His name had become a household word wherever motion pictures were shown. Returning to America, he continued playing, and with each picture, his stature as an actor grew. In the chic, he rose to still greater heights. Valentino became symbolic of the rapid rise of cinema personalities. His success was phenomenal. The world was stunned by his sudden death. At the age of 31, on August 23, 1926, Rudolph Valentino's great talent was lost to the world. His death was mourned by all those who had been his friends either personally or through his pictures. Valentino lay in state, and homage was given. Tens of thousands of people from all walks of life came to pay their last respects. Kings and statesmen have not received such humble homage as this great actor. Even in death was he triumphant, as the world bowed its head in silent prayer. From a lonely, educated immigrant boy of 18, he worked successively as gardener, dancer, and movie extra until Marcus Lowe presented him with his first great role. It is a tribute to the genius of Marcus Lowe that Rudolph Valentino became the personality and star he was. In spite of the fact that motion pictures of today are technically so much more advanced than 15 years ago, let us not forget that here was a figure who reached the peak of a highly competitive field of endeavor, who captured the imagination and commanded the attention, respect, and love of millions of people throughout the world. Around him grew legends of glamour for which the public of the world paid tribute. He was a great actor. Perhaps no other romantic star of the present or the past reached the heights that Valentino did. It is estimated that his income at the time of his death amounted to about $1 million a year. This gives us an insight to his tremendous popular appeal. Celebrities of the screen attended the rites in New York and mourned with the others the passing of a friend. His old companion Marcus Lowe was with him to the end. Honorary pallbearers were Douglas Fairbanks, Joseph Schenck, now chairman of the board of 20th Century Fox, and Adolph Zukor of Paramount Pictures. Also present were Mary Pickford, Gloria Swanson, Marion Davies, Richard Dix, Ben Lyons, and many more too numerous to mention. The remains were sent from New York to Los Angeles for a final resting place. Across the country for 3,000 miles, and wherever the train bearing Valentino stopped, there were more followers waiting to pay their respects. Once again, in Los Angeles, the reception was solemn and profound. Dr. Guglielmo, Valentino's brother, came from Italy for the final ceremony. Pola Negri, overcome by shock, had to be helped into her car. To this day, the mausoleum in which Rudolph Valentino lies is painstakingly cared for by those in whose memory he still lives. Here was an actor and a personality who had captivated the imaginations of a huge public, and whose deeds live in the strips of film upon which his image is graven.